Hello everyone, how are you today? First, have you done your homework? Okay, today we will have a new unit, Unit 10. The title is Deep Sea Exploration. As we used to, we will have the pupil's book and the dictionary to check in the new vocabs. In this poster, you are going to read about land under the ocean and how scientists explore it. The land under the ocean has different parts. First is the slope. First is the slope. In this picture, we will have slope, and it is a gradual rise in the ground. It is a gradual rise in the ground, like a curve. These curves under the ocean, okay? The second type or the second part is the trench. Trench means it is a long narrow hole, like we see it's a hole, narrow hole in the ground, also under the sea or the ocean. The third type is the plain ground. Plain means it is a large flat area of land. Plain means large flat area of the land. And what we see are things found deep in the ocean. These things are found deep in the ocean. Deep sea chimney. Deep sea chimney. Okay, and this is a tall tube on the roof. A tall tube on the roof of a house or a building. Chimney in general means a long tube on the roof of a house or a building where the smoke from fire can escape into the air. It is the general meaning of the chimney. It is a tall tube on the houses, on the roof of the houses and buildings where smoke from fire can escape into the air. And also we have tube worms. The tube worms are creatures, like we see they are creatures with no arms or legs that lives in a tube. So tube worms, these are things we can find under the ocean or deep in the ocean. We can find deep sea chimney, and chimney means tall tube on the roof of the house, and we have tube worms, and they are creatures with no legs, with no arms, and that live in a tube like we see. Okay, scientists use these things to explore the land. What are their tools? How can they explore the land under the sea or the ocean like we see? First we have submersible. Submersible. And that is an underground water exploration vehicle. It is a vehicle like cars, like motorbike. It's a vehicle that we use to explore the underground water. Okay, and also we have robot machine, and we have also a robot machine, and that can do a lot of different actions without stopping. The robot machine can do different actions without stopping. Okay, the next poster. Okay, some of the information you are going to read is in the diagram, like we see. The diagram has label. The label is under each label there is extra information in a short note. First we have also plume. Plume, and that is a large long feather that takes in food. The bloom is a large feather that takes the food in the worm tube that is the responsible for taking the food, and that is a tube. The tube is a hard shell. This tube is a hard shell that protects the worm. So the worm are protected or is protected by that strong or hard tube or shell. Also we have anchor, and that holds the worm onto the chimney. That holds holds the worm onto the chimney, and that is a large piece of metal with hooks. A large piece of metal with hooks that is used to attach a boat to the seabed. The general meaning of anchor is it is a metal used to attach a boat to the sea. Stop the boat in the sea bed. Okay. Notice that the note is in colored type, like we see, is not a complete sentence. Like takes in food. It is not a complete sentence. It lacks the subject. It lacks the object. It is incomplete sentence. Also, we use notes to get information in a few words. Notes don't need to be a complete sentence. Okay? Now, listen carefully to the speaker and follow on your pupil's book, page 102 and 103.
Deep Sea Exploration. Reading. The land under the oceans. Light from the sun helps plants to grow underwater. Sunlight can go down through water to about 100 meters. In the water near beaches, there are many plants and animals. Below 150 meters, there are no plants, only animals. At 300 meters, it is already quite dark and the water is very cold.
Beach, shelf, slope, mountain, plain, cliff, trench. The world's oceans are about 3,000 meters deep.
Out in the oceans, there are mountains under the water, just like there are mountains on land. In some parts of the ocean, there are deep trenches. The deepest trench goes down 11,000 meters. Much of the ocean floor is a plain. It continues for thousands of kilometers, but there are few animals there. It is difficult to explore the deep ocean. Water is heavy. If a diver was in water 900 meters deep, the weight of the water above him would crush his body. One way to explore the deep ocean is to go down in a submersible. Deeper than 1,000 meters, there is no sunlight at all. The submersible has light so the people inside can see what is outside. We can look at pictures of the animals that live in the deep ocean because they are lit up by the machine. If the lights were not on, there would be complete darkness.
This submersible can go down to 4,000 meters.
With a submersible, scientists can look at chimneys. Very hot water escapes into the ocean from below the ocean floor. It is so hot that it looks like smoke from a fire. It has tiny bits of rock in it. Gradually, the tiny pieces build a tall chimney.
A chimney can grow by 6 meters in a year.
Many animals like living near these chimneys. There are crabs, octopuses and shellfish, but one of the strangest is the tube worm.
Plume. Takes in food. Tube. A hard shell that protects the worm. Anchor. Holds the worm onto the chimney. Tube worms can grow to 2.4 meters tall.
A tube worm has no mouth or stomach. It takes food from the water through the top of its body. The top of a tube worm looks like a red feather. It is called a plume, which is another word for a feather. The worm is protected by its tube, which is a hard shell. The bottom of the worm is an anchor that holds the worm onto the chimney. It takes a long time to go down to 4,000 meters in a submersible, and the journey is not comfortable. Scientists are looking for other ways of exploring the ocean floor. Robot machines can go deeper. They do not carry people, but they can record a lot of information about the ocean, and they can take pictures. One day it may be possible to explore the oceans on a computer screen.
Robot machines are operated from a ship.
Okay, as we listened, the land under the oceans. Light from the sun. Listen again, please, and I will explain what we heard. Light from the sun helps plants to grow under the water. Okay, sunlight can go down through water to about 100 meters. In the water near beaches, there are many plants and animals. Below 150 meters, there are no plants, only animals. At 300 meters, it is already quite dark and the water is very cold. The world oceans are about 3,000 meters deep, and we can find cliff, shelf, beach, slope, plain, trench, and mountains. They are the types of the land in the oceans. Out in the ocean there are mountains under the water, just like there are mountains on land. In some parts of the ocean there are deep trenches. The deepest trench goes down 11,000 meters. Much of the ocean floor is a plain, so much of the ocean's floor is plain, flat, and there is no shelf, no cliffs. It continues for thousands of kilometers, but there are few animals there. It is difficult to explore the deep ocean. Water is heavy. If a diver was in water 900 meters deep, the weight of the water above him would crush his body. So it is difficult for the diver to go deep and deep under the water, and the weight of the water will crush his body. They had to use submersible and robot machine, and we will see one way to explore the deep ocean is to go down in a submersible. Submersible is the vehicle to explore the ocean. Deeper than 1,000 meters, there is no sunlight at all. It is very dark. The submersible has lights, so the people inside can see what is outside. We can look at the picture of the animals that live in the deep ocean because they are lit up. Lit is the past of light. Light light up by the machine. If the lights were not on, there would be complete darkness. So the submersible has lights in order to lit up the dark ocean. With a submersible, scientists can look at chimneys, like we see these are the chimney, and a chimney can grow by 6 meters in a year. Each chimney grows 6 meters in a year. Very hot water escapes into the ocean from below the ocean floor. It is so hot that it looks like smoke from a fire. It has tiny bites of rock in it. Gradually, the tiny pieces build a tall chimney. Many animals like to like living near the chimneys. There are crabs, octopuses, and jellyfish, but one of the strangest is the worm tube, like we see, and we spoke about this tube worm. It has bloom, it takes food, it has tube, and it is a large shell that protects the tube, and it has anchor, and it holds the worm onto the chimney. Tube worms can grow to 2.5 meters tall. Only they are small. Okay, about 2.4 meters tall. A tube worm has no mouth or stomach. It takes food from the water through the top of its body using this. And the top of a tube worm looks like a red feather, like we see. It is called a plume, which is another word from a feather. The word is protected by its tube, which is hard shell. Okay? The bottom of the worm is an anchor that holds the worm onto the chimney. It takes a long time to go down to 4,000 meters in a submersible, and the journey is not comfortable. Scientists are looking for other ways of exploring the ocean floor. Robot machines can go deeper. They don't carry people, but they can record all the information or a lot of information about the ocean, and they can take picture. One day it may be possible to explore the oceans on a computer screen, and we can see the robot machine, and they are operated from a ship. Okay, now try to guess the answers of these questions. Number one, what helps plants to grow underwater? What helps plants to grow under the water? Light from the sun. The answer is light from the sun. Number two, what is in the water below 150 meters? What is in the water below 150 meters? There are animals, no plants. Below 150 meters, there are animals, no plants. Okay, number three, what is the water like at 300 meters? What is the water like at 300 meters? It like dark and cold. It is dark and cold. Okay, how deep are the world's oceans? How deep are the world's oceans? They are 3,000 meters. The world oceans are 300 or 3,000 meters. How deep is the deepest trench? The deepest trench is about 11,000 meters. The deepest trench is about 11,000 meters. Okay, now why is it difficult to explore the deep ocean? Why is it difficult to explore the deep ocean? It is difficult. It is difficult to explore the deep ocean because the water is heavy and it can crush a diver's body. Because the water is heavy and it can crush a diver's body. Now, how can people explore the deep ocean? How can people explore the deep ocean? They can explore the deep ocean in a submersible, the vehicle. Okay, why does a submersible have lights on it? Why does a submersible have lights on it? It has lights, or it have lights on it because the ocean is dark below 1000 meters, but people can see the creatures when the submersible lights are on because it is dark deep in the ocean. How much can a chimney grow by in 1 year? How much can a chimney grow by in 1 year? The answer is 6 meters. The answer is 6 meters. Okay, type. What protects the worm? What protects the worm? The worm tube, or the tube worm, is protected by a tube, which is a very hard shell. Okay, how tall can a tube grow? How tall can a tube worm grow? 2.4 meters. Okay, what other animals live near the chimneys? What other animals live near the chimneys? Like we see crabs, octopuses, and shellfish. Okay, what is strange about the tube worm? What is strange about the tube worm? It has no mouth or stomach. Okay, the last question: what are the difficulties of exploring in a submersible? What are the difficulties of exploring in a submersible? It takes a long time to go down and it is uncomfortable. Okay, the next page, page 104. Okay, exercise number 1, underline the correct answer. Underline the correct answer. Number 1, sunlight can go down through water 10 meters, 100 meters, or 1000 meters. Again, sunlight can go down through water 10 meters, 100 meters, or 1000 meters. The right answer is letter B. Sunlight can go down through water 100 meters. Number 2, the deepest trench goes down. The deepest trench goes down 110 meters, 1100 meters, or 11,000 meters. The deepest trench goes down, letter C, 11,000 meters. Number 3, there is no sun